Have you ever noticed how different your mornings feel now compared to a few decades ago? You wake up, maybe your joints feel a little stiffer or it takes longer to get going. Maybe the energy isn't quite what it used to be. But here's something powerful. The way you start your morning can shape your entire day. More than that, it can shape how long and how well you live. You see, small morning habits, simple things you do without even thinking, have a huge impact on your longevity, mental clarity, energy, and even your emotional well-being. And the best part? You don't need a gym membership or a complicated diet or any expensive gadgets. Just a few intentional tweaks to your morning routine, and you could feel more alive, more independent, and more in control than you have in years. Today, let's talk about 7 morning habits that people who live into their 90s tend to share. These aren't guesses, they're backed by observation, research, and real-life experience. Let's begin with the very first habit, and it's probably the easiest one of all. Drink water right after you wake up. I know, it sounds so simple, but most people don't realize how dehydrated their body becomes overnight. Hours without fluids, plus the natural aging process that reduces thirst signals, means that when you wake up, your blood is thicker, your circulation is slower, and your brain is already working harder than it should. You might feel foggy, your joints may ache a little more. You may think it's just old age, but in many cases it's dehydration. 1 glass of water, room temperature, right after you wake up, and everything starts to shift. Your kidneys flush out toxins, your joints get better lubrication, your brain wakes up, your digestive system prepares for breakfast. Even your heart gets some relief. Just water, not coffee, not juice, not tea. Plain, clean water. And drink it before you do anything else, before you check your phone, before you turn on the news. Make it your first act of self-care. This one habit alone helps thousands of people start their day sharper, calmer, and more energetic. Now, once you've had that water, let's talk about what comes next. Step outside, or at least let in the natural light. Your body has a clock. It's not on your wrist, it's deep inside, controlling hormones, energy levels, mood, and sleep patterns. And the way you reset that clock every morning is with light. Sunlight tells your brain, wake up, it's a new day. And when your brain gets that message early, it prepares you for focus, movement, metabolism, and a better night's sleep later on. Even 5 to 10 minutes in natural light, on your porch, in your garden, by an open window, is enough to kickstart this biological reset. If the weather's bad, that's okay. Cloudy skies still provide more natural light than any bulb in your house. And while you're out there, take a moment to breathe. Because the third habit is gentle movement. Now, I'm not talking about a workout. I'm talking about waking up your joints, muscles, and blood flow with just a few minutes of gentle stretching or walking. After 60, our bodies take a little longer to warm up. That's normal, but what we often miss is that a short, intentional movement session in the morning can completely transform the rest of your day. When you stretch your arms overhead, rotate your ankles, roll your shoulders, or take a slow lap around the room, you're telling your body, we're not done. We've still got things to do. It boosts your circulation, loosens stiffness, and reminds your muscles how to support you through daily tasks like walking, reaching, or bending. Don't underestimate this. Seniors who make light movement a morning habit tend to fall less, walk more confidently, and experience less pain over time. Think of it like this. Would you drive your car without warming up the engine on a winter morning? Your body deserves the same kind of care. So, now you've had your water, you've opened the blinds or stepped into the sun, you've moved gently to get the blood flowing. There's one more habit I want to talk about, and it only takes 30 seconds, but it may be the most powerful of all. And no, it's not a vitamin or a stretch or a food. It's breathing. Not just any kind of breathing, but slow, intentional, calming breaths. Here's why it matters. As we age, our stress systems can become overactive, even when there's nothing to worry about. That constant low-level tension increases inflammation, disrupts sleep, impairs memory, and weakens the immune system. But when you take 30 seconds in the morning to breathe slowly, deeply, and intentionally, something incredible happens. You calm the nervous system. You lower cortisol levels. You tell your brain, we are safe, we are strong, and we are in control. And that message? It ripples through your entire day. You think clearer, you feel steadier, you react to stress with more calm. You sleep better that night. It's so simple, but so often overlooked. You can try something called 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 7, exhale through your mouth for 8. Do that 3 or 4 times. That's it. No equipment, no special skill, just your breath, reminding your body that you're alive, you're in control, and you are not done yet. So, you've started your day with water, you've welcomed the sun, you've moved gently, and you've breathed with purpose. Already, your body has received 4 powerful messages: hydrate, awaken, activate, and relax. And the best part? It's not too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or 85, every morning is a new opportunity to shape how you age. These aren't tricks. They're acts of self-respect. They say, my life matters, my body still matters, and I'm going to care for it. Because you deserve to feel strong, you deserve to feel calm, and you deserve to live a life that's not just long, but full. And now that you've set a strong foundation for the day, it's time to focus on what you feed your body. Because the next habit, the 5th one, is all about breakfast. But not just any breakfast. I'm talking about a protein-rich, fiber-filled, no sugar spike kind of breakfast. The kind that powers your brain, fuels your muscles, and keeps your blood sugar steady. Too many people over 60 start their mornings with coffee and toast, or maybe a muffin, or a quick bowl of cereal. And while it might feel convenient, it's quietly draining your energy, clouding your memory, and setting you up for a crash before lunch. See, after 60, our metabolism changes. Our muscle mass declines faster. Our blood sugar becomes more sensitive. That means we need more of the good stuff and less of the empty stuff. So what does a powerful senior breakfast actually look like? It could be a couple of eggs, scrambled, boiled, or poached, paired with sautéed greens or half an avocado. Or maybe it's a bowl of Greek yogurt with chia seeds and a few berries. Even a protein smoothie with spinach and flaxseed can work wonders. The key is this: prioritize protein and fiber. These are your allies. Protein helps repair and maintain your muscles, your brain, even your immune system. Fiber supports digestion, heart health, and keeps you feeling full longer. And don't forget about healthy fats. Things like olive oil, nuts, or seeds. They help keep your brain sharp and your hormones balanced. When you give your body real fuel in the morning, you stop feeling tired by 10 a.m. Your mind stays clearer. You avoid that mid-morning sugar craving. And over time, you even start sleeping better because your blood sugar is more stable throughout the day. So tomorrow morning, try something different. Skip the sugar, skip the white bread. Choose food that loves you back. Your body will notice, and so will your energy. Now let's talk about something a little different, something that has nothing to do with food, or stretching, or even sleep. It has to do with your heart, not the physical one, but the emotional one. The 6th morning habit is connecting with another human being. It could be your spouse, your daughter, a neighbor, or even a friendly face at your local coffee shop. You see, as we age, it's easy to become more isolated. The kids move away, old friends pass on, the phone rings less, and little by little, we withdraw. But here's the thing. Your emotional health directly impacts your physical health. In fact, researchers have found that loneliness increases the risk of heart disease, memory decline, and even early death, as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But just one warm connection in the morning, even a 5-minute phone call, can lift your mood, calm your nervous system, and create a sense of purpose that stays with you all day. You don't need to pour your heart out. You just need to feel seen, heard, remembered. Maybe you text a friend good morning. Maybe you sit with your spouse over tea and talk about something that made you smile. Maybe you wave to your neighbor and ask how they slept. These tiny rituals, they're not tiny at all. They're what keep your spirit strong. And a strong spirit is just as important as a strong body. Now, if you live alone or don't have someone nearby, don't let that stop you. There are always ways to reach out. Join a morning walking group. Say hello to someone at the park, or even leave a kind comment on a video like this. What matters is that you remember this. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. And your voice, your presence, still matters. And that brings us to the seventh and final morning habit, the one that ties everything together. It's gratitude. Not the kind where you say, I guess I should be thankful, but the kind where you stop, you breathe, and you truly feel it. I want you to try something. After your breakfast or while sipping your tea, place your hand gently over your chest and think of 3 things your body has done for you that you're thankful for. Maybe it's your legs. They still carry you. Maybe it's your eyes, still showing you beauty. Maybe it's your heart, beating, quietly, every second of the day, asking nothing in return. Feel that? That's the power of perspective. That's the medicine you can't buy in any bottle. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about remembering what still works, what still brings joy, what still gives you strength. And when you begin your day with that feeling, even for just 1 minute, everything shifts. You walk differently. You speak differently. You live with more peace. So let that be the final part of your morning ritual, a quiet moment of thanks for this breath, for this body, for this life. Because no matter what you've lost, no matter what's changed, you're still here. And that is a gift. So tomorrow, when you wake up, start with that glass of water. Step into the light. Move your body. Breathe deeply. Feed yourself with care. Connect with someone. And take a moment to say, thank you. These aren't just habits. They're declarations. They say, I'm still living, and I'm doing it with intention. Because you don't just want to live long, you want to live well, with purpose, with energy, with joy. And that starts every morning, with you. And if no one has told you this in a while, let me be the one to say it. You're doing better than you think. You've come through decades of change, challenge, joy, and heartache. You've built a life full of memories, lessons, and strength. And just because you've reached this chapter doesn't mean the story is done. In fact, this might be the part where you rediscover yourself. The truth is, living to 90 or beyond isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about habits. Not the big dramatic ones, but the small, consistent ones that say, I still care about my health. I still care about how I feel. I still believe the best might be ahead. That belief alone can change everything. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we've talked about, not as a checklist, but as an invitation. Waking up and drinking water. Why? Because your body's been working all night to repair itself, and that first sip helps you finish the process.
It clears your mind, it hydrates your joints, it signals to your whole system, we're awake and we're ready. Then you let in the light, not just for your room, but for your internal clock. That natural brightness tells your brain it's morning, and it sets the rhythm for everything. Your appetite, your energy, even your mood. You move your body gently, not to prove anything, but to say, I haven't given up on my strength. Because movement is medicine, and every stretch, every step is a reminder that you're still capable, still here. You breathe intentionally, fully, deeply. In a world that constantly rushes you, this is your moment to slow down, to center yourself, to calm the stress that may have crept in during the night and release it with your breath. Then you eat, not just to fill your stomach, but to nourish your brain, your bones, your muscles. You choose foods that support you, not weigh you down, and with every bite, you send a quiet message to your body. I care. I'm listening. Let's keep going. You connect with someone, anyone, because we are not meant to go through life alone. And even one kind word, one shared laugh, one real moment of presence can remind you that you are part of something bigger. And finally, you give thanks for what's still working, for what's still beautiful, for what you've come through, and maybe even for what's still to come. Because let me tell you something important. It's never too late to feel good again. It's never too late to heal, to grow, to surprise yourself. And these habits, these simple, everyday acts of attention and care, they are the stepping stones to something better. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to do them all at once. You just need to begin. One choice, one morning, one moment at a time. And if you fall off track, you get another chance tomorrow. Because every sunrise is an invitation to feel better, to live better, to love better. So, as we close this time together, I want to leave you with a reminder. You are not too old, you are not too late, and your mornings matter more than you know. If something here spoke to you, even just one habit, try it tomorrow. See how you feel. Let it guide you toward a stronger, calmer, more joyful version of yourself. And if you're willing, share it with someone else, a friend, a neighbor, a loved one. Because these habits aren't just for you. They're for every person who's still here, still hoping, still trying. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing yourself today. And most of all, thank you for believing that life, even now, can still be full of light. Here's to mornings that matter. Here's to energy, clarity, connection, and peace. And here's to you, living not just longer, but deeper, fuller, and more awake than ever before.
And if you're wondering where to begin tomorrow, just remember this. You don't have to do it all. You just have to do one thing. That's how real change begins, not with overwhelm, but with one quiet decision. To care for yourself, even in the smallest way. Maybe it's starting with that glass of water. Maybe it's opening the window and feeling the air on your face. Maybe it's sitting in your chair and taking 3 slow, intentional breaths. Or sending a message to someone you love, just to say, "Good morning, I'm thinking of you." It doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be real. And if you forget one day, that's okay. Because this is not a race. It's not a competition. This is your life, your rhythm, your path. Every day you wake up is a chance to try again. to make one better choice, to feel 1 degree better than you did the day before. The people who live the longest and the happiest don't chase perfection. They lean into simple, steady routines. They listen to their bodies. They stay curious. And they never stop believing in their own worth. That's the real secret. Not the vitamins, not the fancy supplements, not the trend of the week. It's knowing that your body, even now, still hears you, still responds to you, still wants to heal, to move, to feel joy. And it's treating it like it matters, because it does. You do. So take these morning habits and make them yours. Make them your ritual, not because someone said you should, but because they make you feel good, because they remind you that this day, this breath, this moment is yours to claim. There is strength in that. There is peace in that. There is life in that. And if you ever find yourself feeling discouraged or tired or wondering if it's even worth it, come back to this. Come back to yourself. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are in motion. And these small daily acts, they're not about living forever. They're about making the life you still have more vibrant, more meaningful, more connected. That's what matters. So if this spoke to you today, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Talk about it. Pass it on. We're not meant to walk this path alone. The more we lift each other up, the stronger we all become. And if you found value in this, if it gave you something to think about, I invite you to support the space we're building together. Click like, leave a comment, subscribe for more videos like this. Your voice matters. Your presence matters. And your health, physical, emotional, mental, is worth showing up for every single morning. So, here's to your next one. Here's to waking up tomorrow a little more hopeful, a little more intentional, a little more alive. Because no matter what age you are, it is never too late to begin again. And if no one tells you this tomorrow, let me say it now. I'm proud of you. I see you. You matter. Take care of yourself. We'll talk again soon.